you. Yes, you. Come here. I just saw you come in and book a room for the night. Did the rain get you, or did you manage to get away? You are very lucky, you know. There is a terrible storm up north. I would not recommend you going through there for a few days. Anyway, that is not our problem. Who am I? Oh, just a passing traveler myself. You can call me Kai. That's what most people call me anyway. I knew of your arrival after all, and have got the fire going. Well, not myself. I asked Yura, the innkeeper, to do so before you arrived. Isn't that right, Yura? Dear gods, Yura, you kiss your wife with that mouth. Don't mind him, traveler. He wanted to go to sleep, but I said, no. There is one more guest that shall come by on this darkest of nights, and we must be ready and awake to receive them. And thus, here you are. I've got to say, I knew of your arrival, but I was not warned of how gorgeous you looked. I doubt I've seen eyes as beautiful as yours in a good while. I'm sorry. Getting distracted. Please, why don't you take a seat over there? I shall make some tea for us. I'm sure Yura won't mind. Especially since he is heading upstairs. No, don't be silly. Take a seat. Not there, however. That's where I sit. I'm sure you have been through a lot, but no need to worry. Pushy? Strange. People keep characterizing me as such, but no matter. Please, bear with me for a few moments. Now, the tea is free of charge, as you are the first customer I have had in a long while. And I won't tell Yura if you do not. Now, my palm reading will cost you 5 gold coins, and I can assure you, you cannot find a better deal if you search the whole... Wait, where are you going? But if you go to sleep now, you will miss this amazing opportunity to get your fortune read from the greatest palm reader in this world. And the next, may I add. Wait. Okay. You know how to haggle. 4 gold coins. Still no. Okay, 3. Come on. You can't tell me my skills are worth less than that. You are saying you never asked for a reading, so why should you pay? Okay. Fine. I'll read your palm for free. Okay? By the stars, you are the most difficult customer I've had in the last 200 years. You know, I've had the kings and queens of this land begging for my services. Even the Jade Empress asked for my advice, and look at me now. But a gift such as mine must be honed, lest it will rust. Now, please give me your hand and we shall start. Ah, you are going with that hand. No, no, no. It's up to you, really. You have such soft hands. Do you perhaps use essence of the Nereid to moisturize them? No. Such natural softness. Yes, of course I'll begin. I can see a lot, yes. For example, your palms. Such a pretty palm with so many secrets for me to unveil. And your hands are so soft. My apologies. I have already mentioned that. Well, it is a privilege to a palm reader to get a client with such pleasant-to-the-touch hands. Just as I thought. Water hands. No, no. They're not made out of water, silly traveler. Each hand is different, and palm reading has more to do than simply looking at and interpreting the various lines adorning your hand. Look at the shape of your fingers, their length. Oh, yes. That is 100% a water hand. Are you an artist, perhaps? Definitely the creative sort. Just like myself. People like us tend to have great intuition, you see. It's why this profession suits me so well. Now, let me examine your hand more closely. Curious. You come from afar with a quest in mind. You have low ambitions in life and yet so determined. Perhaps that comes from your emotions, often taking hold of you and making you take, sometimes, impulse decisions you would normally be more careful about. How do I know? Well, look at the base of your index finger. Clear as day. You are ambitious, you say. I do not mean to insult you, dear traveler, but you cannot deny what your hand tells me. You look quite displeased. I do not mean to offend your character, merely making a statement. Let us move on. Oh, here. I can see. Yes. Yes. You carry great wisdom within you. Now, that is something, isn't it? Of course, I will not call you the wisest in the land, but you have some common sense. And, based on the middle finger's crease, I can see that determination and perseverance I previously mentioned. It must be what brought you here in this unholy hour. I mean, you have heard the stories, haven't you? If you stray too far from the road, the darkness might take you. I can assure you, you do not want that. Many travelers have thought it wise to either cut through the forest to places unexplored, or others would hear voices and follow them. The lucky ones are probably dead. Those who survived have long lost their minds to the darkness. My apologies. I should not be mentioning such dark tales in the middle of the night. I can assure you this inn is safe and secure, and is protected by powerful charms. Let's move on to the next line, shall we? I don't wish to keep you for too long. I can see that you wish to get up earlier than normal to travel. Your line here is quite faded. Usually you are a very positive person, and yet you are consumed by a feeling close to melancholy. Do you want to talk about that, perhaps? Not feeling talkative, I see. Well, I am sure good fortune will come your way. The gods always bring balance to our world, and however you've been wronged, you will inevitably prevail. Either that, or have a very gruesome death. Oh, I didn't say anything. Not to worry, my dear. I shall continue. And look at that over here. The base of your thumb, of course. Your capacity for empathy is astonishing. But that's not all I see. Your passion also burns brighter than the sun. How fascinating. It is difficult to find creatures like you nowadays. Everyone seems to be consumed by soul-eating apathy, which is dangerously contagious. No, we're not done yet, my dear. Now that I have a better picture of who you are, let us move on to the next part, the line reading. The lines of your hands will tell me of things to come, challenges you have to overcome, and people you might meet, and good fortune that may come your way. It is the part most people look most forward to, I must say. The heart line, the line that shall tell me of your romantic endeavors, failures, and successes. It is the one most often requested to read, you know. I can see here, you have had quite the stories when it comes to romance, did you not? And who can blame you, really? You are marvelous to look at. I can also see you are quite picky on who you choose to be your romantic partner. Bear in mind, there's nothing particularly bad about that. Knowing what you want and not lowering your standards is usually a requirement for a successful relationship. However, I am wondering whether sometimes you're looking too hard to find the faults in your significant other. Only you know that, of course, but I wouldn't blame you if you did. I can see here you've had a few traumatic experiences in your love life. I'm sure after that, you must have raised quite a few barriers to protect yourself from future harm. If you wish for my advice, always be careful of people's intentions, but don't miss on someone great because you are held back by fear. You may come to regret it if you close yourself off completely. Your fate line is breaking at points. I am sorry to tell you, but you'll be faced with quite a few hardships in the future. However, I can see you have all the emotional strength you need to face those challenges. Your lifeline is a bit faint. Your future is uncertain at best. I'm sure, however, with enough determination you will achieve what you want. But you have to be strong and not hesitate when the time comes. Based on your headline over here in the middle, I can see you can have a very short attention span and lacking concentration from time to time. I wonder, by the end of this session, how much of what I have said will actually get through to you. Perhaps I should have written that down to prevent any further mishap. Would you like me to write you a quick note before you go, so you remember what I have said? In any case, there is going to be certain vital information you will need to take into account. Mishearing or completely forgetting could mean, and I do not by any means have the intention to upset you, but it could spell your demise. Yes, you see, those crosses over here and here. You'll be faced with decisions that will ultimately alter your fate. It is important you remember what other people will tell you to have the best possible outcome. Now, it is quite late, and I will be departing early in the morning. I have business elsewhere, I'm afraid, my dear. The wind is calling for me, and I am but a speck of dust floating around, obeying its whims. However, before you go to sleep, and as a last piece of advice regarding your reading, you will soon need to evaluate whether to trust certain people. And before you make any decisions, remember, a smile can hide something far darker than your sweet soul can take. So, I'd be careful if I were you. Oh, and also, your romantic line. It did say you had a very recent meeting with a man that will make your wildest dreams come true. And on that note, traveler, I shall remind you that my door will be open all night, should you wish to. Huh? Traveler, where are you going? Hey, Blob here. I just want to thank y'all for sticking around to the end of the audio. Much appreciated, much obliged. Mwah. And yeah, I think I'll probably be starting to stream over on Twitch this week. The first stream I have planned should be Saturday at either 8 or 9 p.m. EST. So if y'all care, feel free to stop by. Yeah, I should have a link down in the description of this audio, along with somewhere on the YouTube About page, I believe. And, yeah. That's all we have to say for today. So, hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, or whatever time it is in your corner of the world. And hope to see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.